There is no baseline for soil microbiology. There isn't one. The system is so dynamic and it can shift in a moment. And, you know, and the same thing, like I've talked about this to other people, like when we talk about microbial products, microbes can shift, have optimum temperatures that are plus or minus half a degree or less. Because if you think about them, they're very small. They're measured in microns. That means 1,000 of a time. So that means if you think about a degree, you should divide it by 1,000 and start thinking about that as their optimum temperature range, plus or minus. These things are really, really, really minor. So if we do PLFA, so phospholipid fatty acid analysis of microbial communities, of which I've actually done a lot of, the reason that you do PLFAs is to see the living microbial biomass, because phospholipids degrade really quickly upon death of the organism. So when you're looking at phospholipids in particular, you're looking at the living microbial biomass, but you're looking at that in the equivalent of 1/8 of a teaspoon of soil. So think about how many tons of soil are out there in the topsoil, and you are looking at this little tiny bit. And even if you wanted to extend that over an entire field or over a landscape, think of how many points you'd have to sample. So in order to make a claim that is like this over a landscape is ridiculous. You can't do it, because any slight shift, any in soil type, or heavens forfend, there might be a resource patch. And I say resource patch because soils are very patchy, and sometimes roots accumulate. Like a lot of roots will be in one patch, and if we haven't sampled that patch, then we don't know how much diversity there really is. I've seen it in earthworm communities, for example, where you get these patches of roots that all, for some reason, there's a whole bunch of them together. And these earthworms, there'll just be all these earthworms in this one patch, and there'll be nothing around it. So if I've sampled anywhere around it and didn't hit the patch, I don't really know how many earthworms are in there. But the other thing is, if I hit the patch and all the other ones, I have a skewed data, because I think that there's a lot, and really, if they were diverse, like sort of distributed over the field, there wouldn't be that many.